Well, the other thing that's happening, I don't know how much this is happening to you, and this is another example of the parasite problem. So increasingly, my voice and my image are being used not exactly in the way that you're describing, although that's happening a lot.
Yeah, I'm selling cognitive enhancers somewhere as an AI version of myself.
Okay, well, that's happening a fair bit too, and sometimes worse than cognitive enhancers. But it's the worst thing that's happening now is that these sites that are operating under my name, using my image and my voice, are providing pseudo-philosophical content and pseudo-psychological insight as if it's me. And so it's like what I've said has been put through a filter of stupidity and reorganized in my voice. And this is happening constantly. Like YouTube has already taken 65 channels down that are doing this. And so this is another example of that parasite problem, right? You store up a reputation and then the parasites swoop in and pull off the attention that the reputation has garnered and monetize it. And they can escape into the ether because they do it anonymously. And so this is going to become a stunning problem.
I mean, it's a big problem. I can see that the perfect version of it is at most a year away. I mean, it might only be a couple of months away. We've experimented with this on our side too. Just like, for instance, in my meditation app, Waking Up, we're now experimenting with translation to other languages, and AI's got me speaking 22 languages perfectly in my voice, and it really sounds like me speaking those languages. And the translation, from what we can tell so far, is fairly impeccable. So we're going to roll out a Spanish version of the app in the not too distant future, just to see what happens. But it's like it's getting too good. So I think what the lesson that consumers of information who care to have real information are going to have to learn is that you can't trust, if you're looking at Jordan Peterson on YouTube, you simply cannot trust that it really is Jordan Peterson unless it's coming through one channel that you can trust. Which is, so now we're back to the age of ironically, we're back to the age of gatekeepers, right? If it's not on your channel or Joe Rogan's channel or Chris Williamson's channel, if it just purports to be them, but on somebody else's YouTube account, you can't trust it.
As a spouse, a parent, or a leader, people count on you. But if you're constantly tired, unfocused, and just not feeling like yourself, how can you show up the way they need you to? That's where Merrick Health comes in. Merrick is a premier health optimization platform that uses comprehensive lab work, not guesswork, to uncover what's really going on in your body. Hormones, thyroid inflammation, nutrient levels, the markers that matter. Their expert clinical teams build a personalized, research-backed plan just for you, whether it's lifestyle changes, supplements, or prescription treatments. When you know what's going on inside, you can lead with clarity, show up with energy, and stay sharp for your family, your team, and yourself. Head over to merrickhealth.com and use code Peterson for 10% off to join their guided optimization program with your personal medical team. That's merrickhealth.com, code Peterson. Stop guessing, start leading, and start with Merrick Health.
Yeah. Well, it might also be, Sam, that the real solution to that is payment. Like if it's, the rule is going to be, maybe this is the rule. The rule is going to be,
all my
if
stuff
it's
is
free,
right.
If it's free, it's a lie.
Right. Yeah.
That's the world we're rapidly moving into. Or if it's...
Except someone's going to be able to create, until you find them and stop them, someone will create the fake Jordan Peterson Academy that has a paywall, right? That looks like you, sounds like you, and it's only $5 a month. And so they'll monetize that way, and that'll still be the problem.
Has that been happening with your meditation app, with your enterprise yet?
Not that I'm aware of. No, I just think I'm just aware of seeing short clips of me seeming to hawk psychotropics that I've never heard of. And that's just like an AI version of my voice. It's real footage of me stolen from somebody's podcast, and then an AI workover of that, that turns into like an Instagram ad.
Yeah, well, I talked to some lawmakers in D.C. about a year and a half ago about the fact that this was going to happen, hoping that they would, well, it takes a long time to take notice and take action, but it's essentially the digital equivalent of kidnapping. Like, I think people should be put in prison for a long time for stealing your digital identity and monetizing it. Like, it is very much akin to kidnapping, because what they're doing is they're draining the value out of your reputation. That's essentially the game.